See, in the last class, we have seen this what is procedural oriented programming language and what is this like object oriented programming language. We have seen some differences also. Okay. See, whatever the differences we are seeing here, after learning some object oriented concept, uh, these points it is very easy to understand. Okay. We are saying like you are everything you are talking with some objects, right? In the future you will see what is object and what is class. Okay, after knowing all the concept, just see these points once again. It is very easy to understand all these points. Okay, just roughly see what are the uh, differences between this procedural oriented programming language and object oriented programming language. Previously, means before C++, we have procedural oriented programming language like C language, Fortran. Okay, those will like see these are the differences. Like in procedural oriented programming language, program is going to divide into small parts, or those parts we can call it as functions. But in object oriented programming language, you are dividing your entire program into different objects. Okay, like here in procedural oriented programming language, we are giving some importance to only data. That means some like a different like integer type data, float type data, character data. But here you are going to like write your code with your real world entities like objects. Means, for example, you have some computer, you have some mobile phone, students data, employees data. Okay, you are going to write your own like data set here. You are going to interact with some real world entities. Okay, but in procedural oriented programming language, you have just worked with some data only. Okay, here that program is going to execute in top down approach. Top down means from top to like bottom, the program is going to execute from statement by statement. But in object oriented programming language, execution going to happen from bottom to top. Okay, that we will see in later session. Once we write the code in object oriented programming language, it is easy to understand that concept. Okay, here in procedural oriented programming language, we don't have any access specifiers to like maintain your data in a secure manner. But in object oriented programming language, we have the access specifiers like private, public, and protected. So these are some access specifiers. What these will do, these access specifiers will keep your data in a secure manner. Okay, like within a class we use these like public keyword, private keyword. These are the access specifiers. Okay, we'll talk about these access specifiers in later when we work with the class and object. We will see these access specifiers. That's why I'm saying once you are having the knowledge about these specifiers and how you are executing program, then just come back to here once and just see the difference. It is easy to understand that difference between the previous programming concept and the object oriented concept. Okay, and in procedural oriented, data is moved freely from one function to another function, but it is not happen. It is happen, but in this object oriented programming language, you are going to like give some security for the data, or like some rules and regulations you need to follow while accessing that data. But in case of procedural oriented programming language, you don't have that option to keep your data in a secure manner. Freely the data is going to transfer from one function to another function. Okay, and if you want to add some new features, like not it is not that much easy in procedural oriented programming language. But in object oriented programming language, you can simply add some functions and you can simply add some data to the classes. Okay, in in procedural oriented programming language, you have some global data. That data you can access like anywhere in your code. That means that global data, whatever the global data you have, that data does not have any security, which can be accessed by any function. Okay, like in object oriented programming language, you are going to keep some like accessibility rules. You are like keeping on those data, like these access specifiers, public keyword, okay, private keyword, and protected keyword. By using these, you are going to keep your data in a secure manner. Okay, you cannot access the data, like you cannot share that data. You can share that data, but while sharing your data, you will have to mention some access specifiers for that. Okay, public, you can mention public. Public means you can access like from outside the classes, but that accessibility we will see. But object-oriented programming language, data is going to uh, in a data is going to kept in a secure manner. Okay, the same point here. Overloading is not possible. Like what is this overloading, we will see later. But in C like in C language, there is no like function overloading concept. Okay, like actual what is this overloading is, you are going to write same function name for uh, same function name for different function. For example, you have one function in your code, add. Add is a one function name. Okay, same function name you can give for other functions also. Okay, but we are going to follow some rules. Okay, we'll talk about that function overloading, like when we talk about the polymorphism concept. Okay, just roughly go through these like differences. After seeing some concepts, this access space squares, what is this overloading, okay, how you are securing your data. If you know all these points, it is easy to write this like differences. Okay, some examples for procedural oriented is C language, VB script, okay, Fortran one language and Pascal. These are some examples for procedural oriented. Who is that? All of you mute yourself. Kartikeya 519. Okay. See, like these are some previous language that follows the procedure-oriented concept, like C language, VB script, and Fortran and Pascal. Okay. Like coming to object-oriented programming language, we have C++ is the starting one. Okay. Or like Java is also object-oriented programming language. VB.NET and C#.NET and Python. These are some object-oriented programming languages. Okay. See, when we talk about the history of C++, initially the C++ is called C with the classes, right? Because in C++ it supports class concept. Okay. See, you are saying it is a object-oriented programming language. Because if you want to say any programming language as an object-oriented programming language, that language has to support some object oriented features. Okay, what are those object oriented features? Here you have first concept is of object. Okay, like object, it has to support object concept. Next one is the class. Okay, object, class, and addition with these two, you have encapsulation one feature. Okay, data abstraction. Okay, polymorphism, inheritance. Okay, uh, like six actually. Okay, one is class, object, encapsulation, data abstraction, or like polymorphism, inheritance. Okay, these all two also come under features of object oriented, but these two will achieve these previous concepts only. Okay, but actually you need to remember, if you want to say any programming language as a object oriented programming language, first it has to support class. Class concept means everything you need to represent as a class. Okay, that related to objects, you can create objects for those classes. Okay, class concept, object, encapsulation, data abstraction, polymorphism, and inheritance. Okay, data dynamic binding. In binding case, we will see this thing. Okay, message passing also one future. Okay, these futures you need to remember, like when you are learning with C++ language also these concepts will come. Okay, when you like learning this Java also these concepts will come. Even VB.NET, C#.NET, even Python. Okay, in all language once you are learning that language means you need to like achieve these concepts within those languages. Okay, then only that particular language you can say object oriented programming language. Okay, in the next semester you have this Java concept. There also you will learn all these concepts, but in Java code you are going to write the everything. Okay, by using C++ code you are going to achieve these like futures. So what is encapsulation? How you are going to encapsulate the data? Everything you will see. Coming to class here, first we will talk one by one what is class and what is object. See, like from now, as of now, we have written your code in main function and we have some sub function. From main function, you are called the sub like user defined function. In that way, you have worked with your functions concept. Okay. Now onwards, you are going to write your data in a class. Okay. You are going to write your program by using class concept. Okay. What is this class actually? Okay. See, class. Here, class is a blueprint or you can say model for creating an object. Okay? Simple definition, class is a or like one blueprint or a model for creating objects. Okay? You see on this diagram, one image. Just observe this image. See, what is this image actually? It is one Eiffel Tower, right? If you remember. Okay. See, before constructing that Eiffel Tower, before like constructing that thing, you required some like one model or one blueprint. Okay, one architecture you required, right? This thing, what before like creating actual object or before creating or like actual thing, you are going to draw in a blueprint or in one model you are writing. Okay. See, suppose you have an exam question paper. Before you may write some model exam, right? In the same way, see here, this is one model, or you can say one blueprint. Okay, this blueprint you can say one class. Okay, see, class means it is a blueprint or a model for creating objects. Okay, with this class or with this model or with this blueprint you are going to create objects. That means uh, physically is this exist or not? It won't exist, right? Physically it is not exist. Okay, this is the logical entity. Class is a logical entity. Okay, this class may have properties or you can say attributes. Okay, it may have some or it may define some behavior or you can say actions. Simply remember, okay, class is a one blueprint or a model, okay, which is used to creating the object. Okay, every class consists some properties or attributes and behaviors or actions. Okay, see, this is one class. I am saying this blueprint or this model. I am saying one class. Okay, then what are the objects? Okay, see, object is an instance of a class. Okay, let's see the next diagram. This is one object. You can say this is the object which exists physically. Are you able to follow? Is it clear to all, right? Are you able to hear me? 5A5, Tarun. Darshan, are you able to hear me?
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, then just give some response. Okay. See, this is the object. I'm saying this is one object, and whatever the previous you have seen, this one is the like the previous one. This one is I'm saying it is a class. Class does not exist physically. It is a one logical entity. Okay, you are saying this is one blueprint or a model for creating objects. Before creating an object, you are going to write or you are going to like writing one diagram. A diagram means you can say one blueprint or one model you are writing. Okay, this model you are saying one class. Whatever you are seeing physically, that thing you can say one object. Okay, this is the object. See, you have one class means okay, you have one model or you have one blueprint means you can create more number of objects, one or more number of objects. With this same blueprint, you can create more number of objects. For example, if you consider any one mobile, see suppose like some series is there. Okay, recent some release is there, right? F17 Pro something. Okay, see what they will do, they with some specification, some RAM, some hard disk, some camera, with some specifications, they have some model. Okay, some blueprint they have. With that blueprint, they are going to create more number of objects, means more number of like mobile phones they are releasing in the market, right? See, you just compare the difference. Okay, class and object. At a time you are talking about the class and object. Class is a blueprint which does not exist physically. Okay. Coming to object, object is a real world entity. You can see that object with your eyes. Okay. That object is a physical entity because you are going to see that thing. Okay. In class you are going to write. Okay. Every class having some property. Properties means you can say some attributes. Okay, that class may have some may perform some actions. Okay, actions means like behaviors. Okay, consider. I'm just considering. I'm just considering student is a one class.
ఏంది నా పేరు వచ్చేదా అదే
See, here I'm saying student is a class. Okay, see, here student does not exist physically, right? I'm saying student does not exist physically. How you can say? Student, if I'm saying student means something you are getting in your mind. Student may have some altitude number, he get some marks in some subject. Okay, that idea you can say one class. Okay, see particular students that you are seeing in the class. That means, for example, 501 is there. What happens today? Now, kindly mute yourself. Okay. See, particular students that you are seeing with some qualities. For example, I'm saying the student is a one class. Okay. Or like every class having some properties, right? Okay. Properties. Okay. Uh, every class may have may perform some behaviors, means behavior, or you can say like actions. Okay, actions may perform. Okay, see, roughly you have some idea about the student. Okay, this idea you can say one class. Okay, with the same properties and same behavior, same actions, one physical entity is available with some name or with some rule number. Okay, this object you can say, this thing you can say an object. Student means it is one class. Within that class, you are going to have some properties, and here you are going to write some actions. Programmatically, these properties you can call it as like member data members are variables. Okay, here these are data members, or you can call it as variables. See, I'm saying every class may consist some properties and it will perform some like actions, right? These properties programmatically you can represent as data members or variables. Okay. See, whatever the actions is performed, those actions programmatically you can call it as functions. Functions are data members. Sorry, member functions. Remember, here I'm just saying class. Class is a blueprint or a model for creating objects. Such this kind of objects you are going to create by using class. Okay. This class does not exist physically, but it is logically you are going to write that class. Every class consists some properties or actions. These actions programmatically you are representing as data members. You can call it as variables. These variables you are representing as a property. Okay. uh, this class may perform some actions or some behavior. These behaviors or actions you are representing as member functions, or you can say function. Okay, finally you can conclude this class consists variables or data members and member functions. Okay, with this blueprint, with this model, you are going to create objects. Okay, with one class you can create n number of objects. Okay, like this you can create n number of objects. If you are creating one object means whatever the properties and behaviors you are writing within this class, everything will be copied into these objects. See, in previous diagram in Eiffel Tower, you have one model. With that model, you can create n number of objects. If you see all the objects having same properties and same actions, right? You can see every with the same model you are constructing the same like tower means every tower you can see the same way. In the same way, here also, if you are creating n number of objects programmatically, okay, every object consists the same properties and same behavior. Means same variables will be copied into this object and same functions are going to copy into this object. And every object having the same function and variables. Here you are representing all the members, see all the variables and functions in a single unit. Okay, in class concept, you are going to represent data members, means data you are representing, and member functions. And functions, both you are representing in a single unit, single class. Okay, like programmatically we see later, but just know the like a definition here. Okay, see what is class and what is object. Class does not exist physically; it is a logical entity. Object exists physically. Like every object uh, may like you can identify the objects with some state. Means you can identify with a name or with some number. Okay, like that. See, these are the classes and objects. Okay, in now onwards, you are going to talk about classes and objects. Okay, these are the first two features related to object-oriented programming language. Okay, everyone mute yourself. Daily you are attending, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. But in middle, or like, don't disturb the class. Okay. See, this is about class and object. Next, we have the features related to object-oriented programming, abstraction, data abstraction. Okay, if you see here, we'll see this data abstraction. What is this data abstraction? Just observe this diagram. See, this is car inside the car, right? You are seeing some steering and some like changing the gear option and some music player something. Okay, here you may have some accelerator, some clutch and gear something, right? See, data abstraction means you are going to like just see this diagram or see this definition. See, abstraction refers to the act of representing like essential features without including the background details or explanation. See, you are just showing essential features to the user. Okay, background internal things, whatever you are doing, those things you are keeping inside. You are not showing the background details, but you are showing only essential features. That means if you observe this diagram, you are seeing some like essential features means general regular usage features you are seeing, steering and some gear option and some accelerator option. But inside there are many things will be happen. If you are changing the gear or if you are accelerating, if you are like rotating the steering, okay, internal things you are not seeing, only external essential features means general use case things you are seeing here. Okay, this is the actual programmatically you can call it as it is an abstraction. Okay, you are just like hiding the data, hiding the essential features inside, and you are just showing the all or like essential feature to the user. Okay, background details you are hiding, essential features only you are showing. Okay, if you take one any mobile or like for to call one friend, what you are doing, simply you are searching in contact, you are calling to that person by clicking on the call option, right? See, background internally that phone will do many things. Okay, it has some code, some program to execute that call option. Okay, or like it has to receive some signal, everything will be happening in background, right? But simple you are calling from your mobile and you are talking with your friend. Okay, only in that mobile you are seeing some essential things that like call option, okay, playing video option, okay, and browsing internet. But internal there are a lot more things will be happen background. Okay, just simply blindly remember here data abstraction means or like back you are going to like hide the background details and showing the essential things. Or like programmatically you are going to achieve this concept by using class. That means you are going to hide your data within a class and you are showing the functionalities to the outside world. Okay, that will this abstraction can be achieved by using class concept. Okay, in class you are going to hide your data to the outside world. You are going to show your functionalities to the outside the world. Okay, it is not that much easy to access the data from the class. Okay, the authorized users only can access that data. Okay, that we will achieve by using class concept, this data abstraction. Okay, just remember for this data abstraction, remember for general example, this car and mobile. Okay, in car you are seeing these options like gear option, accelerator, okay, steering. These are like essential things that you are seeing. But background there are lot many things will be happening to drive your car. Okay, this is about the data abstraction. Okay, by using class concept you are going to achieve this data abstraction. Okay, next we have encapsulation. See, let's see what is this encapsulation is. Wrapping of data and functions together as a single unit is known as encapsulation. Okay, wrapping up means you are going to like bind the data. Okay, you are going to bind the data within a single unit. Okay, see, just observe this diagram, this image. Okay, what is this image? Can anyone say this thing? Are you seeing this image, this picture?
Sir, it is a medicine capsule.
Yeah, you can say it is a capsule. It is not medicine. It is a capsule.
Okay, whatever
See,
capsule.
here capsule means inside this capsule you have medicines. You are going to wrap all the medicines within one capsule. Okay, within a single unit you are going to wrapping the all the medicines. Okay, you are keeping your all the medicines within a single capsule. Same concept in encapsulation. You are going to wrap the data as well as functions. Okay, wrapping of data and functions together as a single unit. Okay, see, you're as of now you have worked with some data. You are creating some variables. You have did some operations on those variables. Here, you are going to wrap the both data as well as functions. In that, as of now, you have written function somewhere. You have declared variables somewhere, and you have written some functions. Okay. Now onwards, you are going to wrap together data as well as functions. You are wrapping the data as well as functions together as a single unit. Okay, that you can say like class within a class. I am saying as of now, while discussing about the class concept, I said that within a class we are going to keep the some properties and some actions, right? Properties you are representing as a data or variables. Okay, or like member functions or behaviors you are saying as functions. Both you are representing in a single unit. Just observe this thing. Here I'm saying, I said, right, here's some properties or some data you are representing as properties. Okay, it can perform some action. Both the things you are keeping in a single unit called class. Okay, the encapsulation definition is also same, right? We are going to wrap the data and functions together as a single unit called encapsulation. Okay, blindly remember you are uh, or like binding the both data as well as function in a single unit. Okay, for this example, just remember that capsule example. In capsule also, you are going to uh, bind the all the medicines as a single unit. Okay, and this is about encapsulation. Okay, uh, data abstraction and encapsulation both are same. In data abstraction, we are going to same thing you will write, but in a data abstraction you won't get the like 100% encapsulation, 100% data like binding you won't get. But in encapsulation you are going to get the 100%. Okay, that we will see programmatically how you are getting that. Okay, in later session. But here you just know what is this data abstraction and encapsulation. If you see your syllabus, like in second unit, some topics you are going to, in this abstraction related programming you are going to do. Okay, some after that we have some other concepts, this polymorphism. Okay, inheritance concept, individual concept we will learn again. But as of now we just know what is this encapsulation and what is this data abstraction. This definition you should know, some sample examples. Okay, in depth we will see programmatically in later sessions. Don't worry. See, coming to this polymorphism. Actually, this polymorphism, this word come from Greek word. Okay, here poly means many, morphism means like meanings. Okay, for example, if I say one word that has some many meanings, right? Synonyms, like you can say. Here, programmatically, one thing that is going to perform some different actions, different operations. Okay, this just blindly remember polymorphism means, okay, poly here means many, morphism means forms. Okay, many forms. Okay, one thing that can exist many forms. Okay, in Telugu you can say Usadavel. Okay, that can perform some different colors, right? That just remember that. See, for example, if I consider or like one teacher, okay, that teacher, if he is in one school, what how you can call him? You can call him as a teacher, right? For example, the same person, same teacher, when he is in his home, okay, when he is in his home, he is a like father for his son, okay, he is the son of his father as well. Okay, just I'm like saying how one person can perform different forms. Okay, here polymorphism means one thing can perform different, can appear in different forms. Okay, poly means many forms. You are saying polymorphism means many forms. Okay, one teacher, if he is in school, you can he performs, he can like you can say he is a teacher. When he is in his home, you can say he is a father, or you can say he is a son. Okay, same person at particular place you are saying he is a teacher, at particular moment you are saying he is a like some son or some father. Okay, that means same person performing, you are seeing same person in different forms. Okay, that is polymorphism here. Programmatically, like function overloading and operator overloading. Okay, like we can achieve this concept by using function overloading and operator overloading. Okay, just for this example, just I will say, if you observe here, a less than operator is there. Okay, here this operator is there. What is this operator actually? Anyone remember where we use this operator?
Scanf.
Scanf. Any other answer? Are we using scanf in C++?
Cin, sir.
Cin. Okay, just coming near to that answer. When we use cout, you are using this operator, right? Cout, this is the insertion operator, you can see. Okay, after this insertion operator, whatever you are writing here, that will be printed in the output. Okay, along with cin means that is extraction operator. Okay, greater than greater than. This is the extraction operator. Okay, see the same operator, both this one and that one. This operator, if you are using along with the cout, you can say this is the or like insertion operator. You can same operator we have seen in bitwise operators, like left shift operator. Okay, right shift operator also. Okay, if you are using same operator along with the variable, okay, that will perform shift operation. If you are using same operator along with the cout, you are saying here it is a insertion operator. That means same operator performing, you can it is in the it is performing two operations, right? That means it is in two forms. Maybe it may be have three forms, four forms also. Okay, that means uh, polymorphism. Okay, one thing, uh, you can say like one thing will appear in different forms. That is called polymorphism. Okay, function overloading also one concept. We will see that thing later while discussing about the polymorphism. Okay, blindly remember polymorphism means many forms. Okay, one person may appear in different forms. Okay, one thing can appear in different forms. Okay, we can achieve this thing by using function overloading and operator overloading. Okay, programmatically we will see that later. Okay, next you have inheritance concept. This is very very important. Inheritance. Okay, this. If you consider any object-oriented programming language, this is very, very important. What it is actually? Inheritance is the process by which one object can acquire the properties of another. Okay. See, you have one object. With this object, you are getting some properties to the another object. Suppose one parent is there. Okay. From this parent, some properties may get this child, parent-child property. Okay, for example, he is the parent. He is getting some properties too. Properties means he may get his color, his height. Okay, so some properties he will get. Childs will get some properties from the parents, right? If you observe in general way, if you see outside, some some similar qualities or some similar height, something, you will see some common things between the parents and children. Okay, here inheritance means you are getting some properties from the another object. You can say consider one parent. Okay, from that parent you are getting some property. Okay, that means you are getting the or you are acquiring the properties from one object to another object. That means you are extending the property. In programmatically you can say, what we will do in programmatically, you will write one class, consider A. From this class, it has some data and some function. You are going to extend this class, okay, with some B. What this B consists? Some properties, all the properties, whatever the properties, that means whatever the data this class have, everything will be appeared here within this B as well. That means you are extending the property. Suppose if you consider one mobile, for example, previous days we don't have the camera and we don't have the internet facility. Okay, consider some Nokia 1100. Okay, that is the mobile. You can just call to other persons and you can send some message. If you don't have camera option and you don't have that internet facility, something. Okay, what they did in later in sessions, later days, they are extended the features from that mobile. They added additional features. Okay, additional features means they added camera and they added some internet facility. Okay, see, they are using some previous thing and they're extending the features. Okay, whatever the features you have previously, those features you are using and you are extending some additional features as well. Okay, programmatically you can say whatever the like class previously you have, this class you can say like super class. Okay, whatever the class you are derived, this class you can say derived class, or you can say this is the base class, this is the like subclass you can say. Okay, see, in inheritance concept you are going to like acquire some properties from another object. Okay, we are getting like some properties from the parents to the children. Okay, you are getting some like functions from one mobile to another mobile. Okay, these are some general examples for inheritance concept. Okay, programmatically we will see like how we are going to achieve this inheritance concept in third unit. I think third unit first part is the total related to inheritance only. Okay, next we have dynamic binding. Binding means you are going to like bind some data. Binding means you're not showing the like entire procedure, means entire function to the outside the world. You are just binding that data. Whenever you require, you are simply showing the functionality. Okay, that is binding actually. Okay, this thing you can achieve abstraction concept. By using abstraction, you can achieve this binding concept. The next you have message passing. Message passing means here, in the previous case, you are calling one function from the another function, right? From now, you are going to communicate the like you can pass the message by communicating the two objects. Okay, one object can share their information to the another object by sending the request and responses. Okay, that can be done by using objects concept. Okay, these are some like I think we don't have the time. Okay, Rahman, just can you take one screenshot? Just take one screenshot. Even Ramani also. Okay, these are some like benefits when we work with the object-oriented programming. Reusability means code you can reuse. That we will see by using inheritance concept how we are going to reuse the code. Inheritance, data hiding. We have seen that how we are going to hide the data. That can be done by using object-oriented programming. Okay, complexity of the program will be reduced. Okay, see everything you cannot write in every program. You can reuse the code. Okay, that means you can reduce the code by reusing the previous code. Okay, you can maintain easy to maintain your